Wow.
Hi, John Burgett.
Hi there, Doug. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Oh, finer than frog hair. Whew. We are approaching the magic hour of 6 p.m.
6:01.
Hmm?
6:01.
6:01. Well,
Excellent.
we're fire away here. Who do we have? Clarence and Doug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bingo. Okay. Special session of Greenville City Council will come to order. Ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Here.
Whitaker.
Here.
Wright,
Here.
Baumgardner,
Here.
Godwin,
Here.
Howdy Shell.
Okay, at the last council meeting, we had 2 members that were absent. Therefore, we were unable to pass legislation with an emergency clause or any suspending the rules, etc. And we have some pieces of legislation that needed to be taken care of. Consequently, we had previously scheduled a work session for tonight, or committee of the whole, if you will, to review the 2021 appropriations measures. And we thought this would be a good opportunity to take this time to try to continue the legislation that needed to be passed, because we have a project in process, particularly the wastewater treatment plant, that we need to get some legislation passed and some other things as well. So there are 6 pieces of legislation to consider this evening. 4 from the holdover, right? Over the 5. 4.
There's 4.
4? Okay, the first 4. And notice was sent out on 0108 by Clerk of Council, Mrs. Swan. And the special meeting Greenville Council will be January 12th, 2021 at 6 p.m. Council Room, Municipal Building, for the following purpose, and that's to consider these 6 pieces of legislation. So without further ado, we will proceed to the agenda and look at the pieces of legislation. Number 1 is a resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Julian Grube. Was given its first reading on January 5th.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into a contract with Julian and Grube Incorporated. This resolution authorizes the Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Julian and Grube Incorporated for a 3-year period for the years 2021, 2022, and 2023.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution 3rd reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title for the 3rd time only. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgardner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the Safety Service Director to enter into contract with Julian and Grube Incorporated.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgardner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
And
Just
next we have
a quick clarification on,
Yes.
on the second piece of legislation.
all right.
After we were here at the last meeting, we realized that piece of legislation actually needed an emergency clause. Legislation number 2 and number 6 are the same thing. 6 just has the emergency clause with it. Because it had already had its first reading, we thought it'd be easier, instead of amending it in the middle of its readings, to introduce it as new legislation also. So we don't actually need to pass number 2. It can be stricken. We just need to pass number 6 with the emergency clause.
Very good. So Council members, please note that resolution number 2 is stricken from the record as we see it right here. And moving on to number 3, a resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts was given its first reading on 1/5.
A resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts. This resolution authorizes the cancellation of the promissory notes and releases the mortgages associated with said notes for 2 properties within the city of Greenville.
Mr. Council President, I move to suspend the rules, give this resolution third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, third time only. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt the resolution. Discussion. Excuse me. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item 4 was an ordinance, a supplemental appropriations ordinance. It was given its first reading on 1/5.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021. This supplemental ordinance allows for appropriations in the Coronavirus Relief Fund in the sum as follows. Salaries Coronavirus Relief Fund in the amount of $598.17. These funds are needed for COVID-19 related salaries and were provided by interest from the CARES Act funding.
Move to suspend the rules, give this third reading by title only.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules and read the ordinance by title, third time. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2021.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the ordinance. Discussion? Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Okay, now these next 2 items are new on the agenda for this evening. The first item, number 5, will be an ordinance ratifying and approving a vacation to be provided to Ryan Benji on his appointment to lieutenant for the City of Greenville Police Department and declaring an emergency.
An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation to be provided to Ryan Benji upon his appointment as lieutenant for the City of Greenville's Police Department and declaring an emergency. This ordinance approves 3 weeks of paid vacation to Ryan Benji upon his immediate appointment as lieutenant for the City of Greenville's Police Department. This ordinance has an emergency clause.
Move to suspend the rules to give this ordinance a reading by title only for second and third time.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker, suspend the rules, read the ordinance by title, second and third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation to be provided to Ryan Benji upon his appointment as lieutenant for the City of Greenville's Police Department and declaring an emergency. An ordinance ratifying and approving the vacation to be provided to Ryan Benji upon his appointment as lieutenant for the City of Greenville's Police Department and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt emergency clause.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt emergency clause. Discussion. Call the roll.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
yes,
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the ordinance. Discussion.
Do we need to have any type of explanation? I think everyone knows on council, but so the public knows what this is.
Safety Service Director, you have further information?
I mean, I can give the information I have is that he already has his 3rd week this year because he has 7 years in with the department, which their union contract allows that any non-union employee doesn't get their third week until 8 years in. So he's already received his third year per his contract. And then if he would have taken this position without this ordinance, he would have lost a week. That's what it.
And I knew that. I just wanted to,
Oh, okay.
in case there was someone out there
Yeah.
was wondering what we were doing.
I'm with you. That's what.
Further discussion or questions? Okay, the motion is to adopt.
Get back.
Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
And finally, item number 6, a resolution accepting the RG Zacharich Construction Company bid for the wastewater treatment plant UV addition and screen replacement project and declaring an emergency.
A resolution accepting the RG Zacharich Construction Incorporated bid for the wastewater treatment plant UV addition and screen replacement project and declaring an emergency. This resolution authorizes the mayor and safety service director to enter into contract with RG Zacharich Incorporated to accept their bid for the wastewater treatment plant UV addition and screen replacement project. This resolution has an emergency clause.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second and third reading by title only.
Motion from Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, read the resolution by title, second, third time. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
A resolution accepting the RG Zacharich Construction Incorporated bid for the wastewater treatment plant UV addition and screen replacement project and declaring an emergency. A resolution accepting the RG Zacharich Construction Incorporated bid for the wastewater treatment plant UV addition and screen replacement project and declaring an emergency.
Move to adopt the emergency clause.
Motion by Mr. Rogers to adopt emergency clause. Discussion. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Move to adopt.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adopt the resolution. Discussion.
Yeah, Ryan, did this job come under estimate or close to?
Yes, it was almost $400,000 lower than the engineer's estimate.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Further discussion? So we have a motion to adopt, right?
Mhm.
Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Motion carries. And that concludes ordinance and resolution. That is all we have at this time scheduled on our special meeting agenda. Nothing further can be considered. I did want to note a disclaimer that did go out. It says, as a reminder, there would be no action taken. That's from the meeting coming up. Yes, there was action taken on 6 pieces of legislation here. So that's kind of a moot thing there. If there's nothing further, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Baumgartner to adjourn. Call the roll, please.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Baumgartner,
Yes.
Godwin.
Yes.
Thank you. We are adjourned as special council.